broadcasting live 2K Sports. And you'd like to say these teams are playing well coming in. Right, that is certainly not the case.
Yeah, they are struggling. And tonight is a big-time opportunity. One of these teams is going to leave here with a much-needed win.
Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. In the front court, the forwards will be DeRozan and Murray. Then there's Russell Westbrook. It's Clifford at the shooting guard position. Aldama gets the bucket.
And at 7 feet tall, Aldama can burn you inside. Even with the contact, he's tough to contain at times.
DeRozan's shot is good.
And getting the offense started with a high-quality look down low.
Jerome against Westbrook. Now Jerome, an easy 2 points on the layup.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Now, here's DeRozan. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Into his mid-30s, the veteran DeMar DeRozan holding up well, Greg.
And such a consistent presence for his team. DeMar plays at his own speed, and he has mastered the art of the mid-range.
Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And from season to season, Coach, DeMar DeRozan remains incredibly consistent.
Yeah, look, he's consistent because he's extremely professional. This guy's always in shape, always ready to play. He knows what his game is, and he plays to that game. Something of a throwback because his game's built on the mid-range shooting, but everybody could use a DeMar DeRozan on their team.
Now, here's Wells. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Jackson misses. Outside DeRozan. Covered by Wells. No one near Westbrook as he lets it go. From outside, off the mark. Grizzlies have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. And Aldama has it in the corner. Back to Jerome. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. And it's Coward missing. And it's DeRozan with the ball for the Sacramento Kings. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
Yeah, when you have a defensive showing this poor, it's normally due to an overall lack of effort.
And so here's Memphis, following the miss by DeRozan. Wells sets the pick for Jerome. A 3-pointer off the mark.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Murray outside. From deep. And it's Coward with the rebound.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
And Coach Van Gundy, the big name for Memphis is Ja Morant, but his superstar trajectory hitting a little bit of turbulence.
Well, some of those troubles were self-inflicted, Kevin, but also questions about his high-flying style. As he said himself, the falls can take it out of you.
A playmaker in every sense of the word. Westbrook is pretty much a walking triple-double.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Keegan Murray wants to excel at both ends, and he said, quote, "My defense wasn't where it needed to be, so I got a little faster, a little stronger, tried to figure out how to be physical defensively and be effective. Them trusting me to guard helps the other guys so they can focus more on offense." Kevin, back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks a lot. And here are the Kings now, following the score by Memphis. 46 seconds left to play here in the first. And that one's good. Coward. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for Sacramento. Trailing by 4. Shoots over Jerome. It's rebounded by Memphis. They traveled to Sacramento last time they faced the Kings and came away with a win.
And that last one came right down to the wire. The difference for me being the impact they got from their bench.
Yeah, depth plays a huge factor in this league. You can't win just with 5 guys.
DeRozan's shot is good.
How about the muscle there? DeRozan refusing to let the defense hold him back.
From the line, and no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. It's the Grizzlies. They lead by 2. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And taking a look at the Grizzlies' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
You can see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
They've got Scottie Pippen. Contavious Caldwell-Pope is out there with Anderson. And it's Spencer in at the point. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Pippen, no luck. And here now the Kings. Defended by Anderson. Now, here's Monk. Defense right on him. And then Monk with the dunk.
What a leap to the rim by Monk. Going up high where the defense can't stop him.
And Malik Monk is instant offense coach. It's so fun to watch.
He really is, Kevin, because he brings great energy every night. Seems to just love being out there. And then he's done what most guys do. If they're going to take that jump to becoming good players, he's become more efficient as a player because he's learned to make better decisions on the floor. Well, Monk won't waste those opportunities. Electric in the open court.
And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Here they come, man. Your Grizzlies fighter, teams changing it up here. And let's now take a look at some of the numbers for Jalen Wells.
And guys, I think the best way to measure his performance these last 10 games is his effective field goal percentage, which has improved, a sign that his game is in much better shape than it was not too long ago.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Anderson in the post. Achu is on him. And with that shot, the Kings lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Anderson. And when it comes to team building, GA, there's been a debate about whether the 2-star or 3-star approach is more effective.
Kevin, for me, I think it comes down to fit more than anything. It doesn't matter how many stars you have if they don't mesh and if they're not comfortable in the role that's carved out for them on that respective team.
Now here's Anderson following the miss by DeRozan. Wells passes to Jerome. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Anderson. It's hauled in by Achua.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
DeRozan. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Anderson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Anderson's got it all tied up now for the Grizzlies.
Well, as a scorer, that's where Anderson likes to operate. He has a lot of tricks in him.
And Doug Christie wants a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Let's use this break to look at the teams that over the past month have been tremendous at converting turnovers into points. The Grizzlies 4th.
And you always like to see aggressive defense. And then when you can convert mistakes into points offensively, that's a big key.
Memphis on defense. Murray finds DeRozan. And he makes good on the layup. DeRozan's got 8 points.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 5 in the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Here's Coward. Bangs home the trifecta. Coward's got his second bucket.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
Hey, Greg, they dropped the interim tag for Doug Christie as he's now the permanent head coach of the Kings.
Well, we'll have to see how permanent that is. The 5th head coach in the last 7 years. That seat is always hot in Sacramento.
Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thank you, guys. In an era of title or bust thinking, it's noteworthy that the grit and grind Grizzlies of the 2010s are properly celebrated. While they never made it past the Western Conference Finals, their physical style, built around Zach Randolph, Marc Gasol, Tony Allen, and Mike Conley, built a lasting legacy in Memphis. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Allie. So here's Westbrook after Memphis gets the 3, and it's DeRozan missing.
Guys, his shot hasn't been falling this quarter. Time to settle down, refocus, and get a really high percentage look.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. Here's Clifford following the score by Memphis. Here's Westbrook. Back to Murray. Pass to Clifford. 5 to shoot. Here's DeRozan. Good for another basket for him. Number 4 today. He's 4 of 8.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Jackson deciding where to go with it. And the Grizzlies take on 2 more. And so it's Memphis. with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Please have your attention to Singapore. And get ready for the fan half-court shot tournament. They're measuring up the shot. Let's do it for our
Hello, folks. The first half is in the books, and we've got a lead on the scoreboard for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Well, they're executing well, and that's been the difference.
Yeah, they know where their bread is buttered, and they go back to it over and over again. And guys, let's turn our attention to the future, shall we? Here's the upcoming schedule.
They haven't played well on the road, and they're going to be on the road for a while. This is a huge test for their mentals. Do they rise to the challenge, or do they wilt under the pressure of these hostile environments?
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You gotta like what DeMar DeRozan has done in this game.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
The Kings trail by 6. On the court right now for the Kings. In the front court, the forwards will be DeRozan and Murray. Then there's Russell Westbrook. It's Clifford at the 2. And it's DeRozan missing. And for Memphis, their shooting has been outstanding in this game at 58% to the inside. And Aldama slams it in.
Well, at nearly 7 feet, throwing it down is probably almost effortless for Aldama.
And the 7-footer, Sante Aldama. You know, Stan, he looks like a guard out there at times.
The way this guy has improved since he's come into the league is phenomenal. You know, this is a guy who's gotten better as a shooter, more consistent, more efficient. But then he's added, like you said, his ability to put the ball on the floor and attack the basket, and his ability to pass off the dribble. This is a very skilled big man.
Now, here's Westbrook, and you can see his scoring totals. Those are some pretty good numbers. He's putting up close to 15 points a game on average. Westbrook with it, guarded by Jerome.
And if anything, Westbrook gets more aggressive against contact inside. He doubles his effort level in response.
Pass to Wells. And here's Jackson. And the layup is good. Jackson's got 9.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Inside, here's DeRozan. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Here's Jerome. Takes it off the glass. And the Grizzlies lead by 6.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Westbrook passes to DeRozan. Murray outside. Clock at 6. Lets it go with the 3. Aldama with the rebound. And the Grizzlies leading by 6. And here is Wells. Westbrook with the steal. And there's the drive. Oh, and the jam by Westbrook.
Well, Westbrook attacks the basket with such velocity. He's so good at getting to where he wants to go.
Westbrook against Jerome. A three-pointer, no good. The Kings trail by 4. The high post shot. That doesn't go, but he's 5 for 11.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good luck. Just couldn't find the mark.
And that one's good. Coward.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
And Doug Christie wants a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Some changes here for the Grizzlies. Anderson, he's checked in for Jackson. And Pippen subbed in for Ty Jerome. Achua, he's checked in for the Kings. Monk comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Here's Murray. Still scoreless. Westbrook surveying the D from outside the arc. It's rebounded by Memphis. And the real star, stand of this Kings team is Domantas Sabonis. Can he anchor them, though, defensively?
Well, Sabonis is not a big-time shot blocker, Kevin, but paint points haven't been their biggest concern. Rather, it's been their struggles closing out the shooters on the perimeter.
Sacramento with the ball. Following the score by Memphis. Westbrook kicks to Murray. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Murray's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And you like Murray as a spot-up shooter, knows where to park himself, and always ready to receive the pass.
Pass to Wells. Here's Coward. Shot clock at 5. Here's Anderson. Westbrook pulls it in. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for the Kings. 6-point game. Sacramento moving it around. Monk outside. Pass to Westbrook. Plays it up and banks it in. Now just a 4-point Grizzly lead. The third quarter comes to a close. Grizzlies lead by 4. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Ty Jerome out there with Scottie Pippen. And it's Spencer in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Hendricks passes to Jerome. They set the pick. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Grizzlies lead by 6.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
Now, here's Monk. Plays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Anytime Monk gets room to shoot, especially inside, he's such a crafty guard who you want to see pulling the trigger from inside.
Here's Jerome, drills the three-pointer. Jerome's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
Monk, the pass to DeRozan. To the wing right side. Here's Achua. A three-pointer is right on target.
Eyes in the back of the head of DeRozan that time.
And the Grizzlies leading by 4. And we have a timeout called by Tomas Isolo. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. Take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Memphis' head coach had some words for his team over the break, and he encouraged them to stay focused and not get complacent, saying we've worked too hard to get this lead and we're not going to give it up now. Stay connected, play smart, let's get this win. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Allie, thank you. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. The three, Pippen. Rebound by the Kings. Monk with the ball. Outside DeRozan. Good for his sixth make in a dozen attempts, shooting 50% with that basket.
Well, guys, DeRozan's steadily putting points on the board. He's feeling it.
Ty Jerome. The long shot, no good. The Kings have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. And here's Jerome. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Prosper. DeRozan defending. Jerome fires. The 3 is off.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
Here's Monk. Right side, DeRozan. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Sometimes the action speeds up on you a little too much. 2 teammates not on the same wavelength there.
Timeout called by Coach Isolo. He knows every possession is critical now.
Ball
Kings making a switch here.
Let's hear it for all Memphis.
Grizzlies have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. Now Jerome takes the three. Good.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
So it's Sacramento after Memphis gets the 3. Shot clock at 6. DeRozan, good work there as it goes down.
Well, DeRozan can handle any situation. The pressure is a non-issue.
There's a screen by Aldama. Westbrook against Jerome. From outside. And it's off. For Sacramento, they've gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. DeRozan. It drops.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Now here's Jackson. Now Jerome. From deep. A three-pointer. Good.
Well, what I want to know, where is the communication defensively?
Well, I can tell you, this kind of defense will drive coaches crazy.
DeRozan. It's good.
Look at that. DeRozan saving his best 4 rounds. Gets him a huge bucket.
And he commits the intentional foul. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Second team. At the line for your Grizzlies, Jackson. Taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good. And we got a timeout called by Doug Christie. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
Yeah, the clock is their enemy, and they know it. We'll see if they go for the tie or try and get a quick one.
They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. Outside, Murray. Misses the 3. So a close game.